Namaskar. Hello and welcome to PGurus channel. I'm your host Sree Iyer. Today I have some early predictions. 10 days to go for the United States presidential elections. Mail-in ballots are being accepted across many states, as well as you can go and vote in person in the next few days across many states. With all this happening, how do the chances of the two candidates look, Donald Trump and Kamala Harris? And we have some predictions from prediction market. These are not pollsters. These are more like Satta Bazaar, if you will, in India, and they have a website called polymarket.com. I encourage you all to go look at that site to look at more details on some of the numbers that I am presenting. What has happened is that in the last couple of weeks, you are seeing a slight shift. Every day, a slight shift away from Kamala Harris and towards Trump in this electoral contest. What started out as supposedly a dead heat has now slowly drifted towards Trump. I'm just giving you the answer right at the beginning. However, all these things are subject to a lot of discussion, a lot of debate. Things could still go the other way, but let me just show you the numbers as predicted by the prediction market. But before that, please like, share and subscribe to our channel, and also like this video. So who is winning, Donald Trump or Kamala Harris? And what would be the indicator from looking at various things as to how the trend is looking? Couple of things I want to tell you beforehand. First of all, many people are saying that they are voting for one party and voting the other way. The reason for this is many are worried that in case the incumbent party comes back, there could be some retribution. So many people are on public saying that they voted a certain way, but they have voted in the other way. So does this mean that the core Democratic voter is having second thoughts about their candidate? Well, the problem that we are seeing is that not many Americans are very comfortable with what took place in the last 4 years. In fact, we have been screaming from the rooftop that this illegal immigration has to stop. You know what happened? Illegal immigration was going on and on until 2 months ago, and then complete stop. Nobody has been able to get in. If you can do it 2 months before the election because you're worried that you could lose the election because of this, why could you have not done it 4 years ago? Right now, US is sitting between 8 to 15 million illegal immigrants. No processing done yet. They have melted into the crowd, and they are eating into the public money. Remember, I told you that US debt is going up by $100,000 every second. I'm hearing some horror stories, guys. I'm hearing preloaded cards up to 10,000 being given. If you have a family of 4 or 5, they're getting these preloaded cards. And there are also talks about some people being given $2,000 on entry into United States, and then people are just going out again and coming back in and getting another $2,000. This joke is very, very cruel on the taxpayers of America. So do you think that the average Democrat is not watching all these things? So there is a feeling of unease. Also, I'll tell you a couple of other things that happened. I don't know how many of you watched the interview of Anderson Cooper of Kamala Harris on CNN. Evidently, Kamala Harris did not campaign for 2 days so that she could prepare for this. And very simple questions she just could not answer. And afterwards, when CNN analysts were analyzing, even the Democratic Party, for example, the guy called David Axelrod. David Axelrod was the chief of staff of Obama. Even he was saying that she tends to use a word salad, which means like, a few sets of words strung together in various combinations. I am from a middle class families I have great family values. I have been, worked my way up through college, for any question you ask. So people are now saying, does she even understand the question? So you can do it for one or two questions, but not every question. So CNN hangout really sealed it for Trump, in my opinion. Anderson Cooper was, I guess, flabbergasted at the end of that interview as to what he was seeing play out. So I think after that, a lot of things have changed. First of all, CNN for the last 3 or 4 weeks have become much more centrist. They are not that extreme left, so much left that they were falling off of the table. They are taking a centrist route. Ask yourself why. And today I'm reading that Los Angeles Times, which is this twin sister of New York Times, in my opinion, said that they are not endorsing any candidate. For a left loony newspaper like LA Times to say that they are not endorsing another co-left loony, that says something. Also, we are hearing that the early voting, many people are now able to understand by just doing some informal talk that people who are committed voters, the percentage of voting is going in a certain direction. And many people in a crowd, when they are asked who would you vote for, especially if the speaker is a Democrat, they all say Democrat. When they go out and you ask them one-on-one, who do you think you're really going to vote for? And then they say Republican. So this is something that is also seen. Again, like I said, I'm going to share the numbers with you guys now. If you have not already liked this video, I request you all to like this video because the numbers are truly surprising. Trump is gone up by 2% from the last time they did the review, and he is now at 65%, and Kamala Harris is at 35%. When this translates into electoral college, it's a very decisive result, in my opinion. So what are the swing states saying? Because these are the states that the Democrats were completely banking upon, hoping that they would sweep them. Arizona, very solid lead for Trump. Pennsylvania, again, solid lead for Trump. Georgia, solid lead for Trump. Wisconsin, a little bit less, but still pretty good. Nevada, good lead for Trump. Michigan, again, not great, but not bad either. So if all these things are going Republican way, then there is really no way any amount of what I would call as questionable tactics is going to get them the presidency as far as the Democrats are concerned. I expect that some of the things that have been put in place will have to be reviewed, and I expect a blue ribbon commission to be appointed by Donald Trump, where it would say that the election of the president shall be consistent across the country. It cannot be, given to the whims and fancies of, some county or something of that nature. Those days are gone. I think that will be one of the first things that they will promulgate. Second thing is illegal immigration. I don't know what they are going to do about that, but I think that some very harsh steps are going to come forward. So presidency, 66% Republican. How does the Senate look? In the Senate, this is 85% likely that the Senate will have a Republican majority. Don't think 85 seats for the Republicans. That's not going to happen. The probability of the Senate being a Republican majority is 85%. That means almost certain. Same way, presidency also 66% Republican, almost certain. And how does the Congress look? In Congress, it looks like it's going to be 52% Republican, which is almost like where it is today. But if they can get majorities in all three, that is the Senate, the White House, as well as in the Congress, then real reform can take place. And I'm hoping that by giving you all these numbers, that those of you who are sitting on the fence, go back and do your research again and then decide who you want to vote for, and let's make sure that America starts moving forward again. So this is all I have from the presentation point of view. So let's take a quick look at what are the main pressing items on the Trump agenda. Illegal immigration, economy is in doldrums, guys. The counting, they have really lied through the teeth in terms of reporting unemployment numbers and also some of the other budgetary numbers. I think these are all questionable. These will be reviewed, and if there is a correction to be made, that may also happen. This is something which is a huge concern. Third, we also have to look at what is going to happen to the China as well as the two other wars that the US is fighting now. Will Trump be able to stop the Russia-Ukraine war in like 24 hours that he's promising? I don't know, because it's not so easy. Starting a war is easy, stopping not so much. It's very, very difficult. And also, likewise, in the Israel-Iran conflict, what's going to happen? I have no idea, but certainly it's going to be harder times for Iran. That much I can tell you, that as a policy, Republicans tend to be a little bit more strict. So all these things also will, again, Trump ban some Muslim countries from even visiting, from giving visas to United States. That might very well happen. And energy is another thing that he would probably go very hard. The question that is on everyone's lips: one or two election poll rallies, Trump has mused loud that he might abolish personal income tax. Think about it, guys. US has a very wide tax base. Even the day your child starts working, like any job, even if you are working in high school and you're working a summer job, you have to start paying taxes. And this is a very wide, very well entrenched system. Would he reduce personal income taxes to zero? That would be a huge fiscal move, and I would be really keen to know if that will happen, because that will really, really take off as far as US economy is concerned. If you remove all the shackles, all these things about having these shell companies and blind trusts and going through all these tax havens, all those things, you don't need them. You don't need to. You can make as much money as you want because there are no taxes. They'll just be taxing your consumption. So that is a great thought in its process, but again, you have to look at the numbers. Would the balancing of the books happen better with that move? We'll have to wait and see. But this is what I wanted you to leave with, that there could be zero personal income tax in the United States in the near future. Once it happens in US, you can be sure that it will continue and trickle out to many other countries. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. Namaskar.